Hey, hello everybody, Steve the Book Guy here. It's Tuesday, we're doing our shipping. I just had my coffee. I'm gonna show you the stuff. So first and foremost, thank you for the business, guys. I really appreciate, I know some of you will see this video, some of you won't see this video. Thank you. Wherever you are in the universe, I send my good thoughts to you. So, first, Marvel Legends icon. This is the masked variant, apparently. Let me see, make sure I'm showing that right. Isn't that really neat? Kind of sad to see this one go. I haven't had it very long. It was sold by a good friend of mine now. But yeah, so new home for you. Then we have, these things are really neat. This is a Happy Birthday Todd. This is an old vintage, like flexi disc, I think it's called. So check this out. It's like a little record that like says happy birthday, and how fun is that? So that's going out. Happy birthday, Todd, wherever you are in the universe. Good thoughts to you as well. Put that one away. Make sure it's safe. This, I believe, is actually the first appearance of Spot, which of course is a Spider-Man villain. Getting a lot more, I guess, screen time lately. This one here is an old, everyone's really familiar with the Choose Your Own Adventure series, but they actually, like, that concept was done a lot, and some of them are a little harder to find than others. This is a horror-related one, so that's really cool. I sell an amazing amount of Bibles. And here's just another one. What's special about this one? It's New Chain Reference. I believe it was also Red Letter. No. Oh, what's that? All right, we'll leave that in there for the next person. Here we got another comic, War Machine #1. Now, this isn't the first appearance of War Machine #1. This is just, I think, a really iconic cover. I love it. It's die cut, silver embossed, super sexy. This one I'm really excited to go out. We're going to pack this one super safe. It's going overseas. It's an exhibition of ancient Chinese ritual bronzes. And I'm sure this is going to end up in a library of someone. These are museum type style photos. High contrast shows the detail. Archival type stuff. And I say this with respect because I am a nerd, but a nerd bought this. And this is probably going into a larger library, a larger collection. I thought it was super neat also. It's from the 1940s. And you see how it's got the St. Louis. I think this, to me, I know it's, it's considered damage, but I think it just adds character to it. But of course, when we take good photos, people know. Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. It gives it character. And I think the journey of something is almost as cool as the something. So speaking of things in that kind of vein, this is going out to the Historical Society from the town it's at. It's an antique ledger from 1916, which is just friggin' rad. Check out those end papers. So I don't know if you guys can see that, but it says chocolate refineries from the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. I was actually able to go through here, all Sherlocky, find the history, find out which factory this belonged to, and actually was able to put it into the description. So the Historical Society from that county reached out to me, and I gave them a fantastic deal, knowing where it was going to end up. But it became like a chocolate town, right? And they're just now recently that somebody bought it, some developer, and they're turning it into condos. So I guess they're trying to collect the stuff and make a museum and that's why I do this, literally, to do exactly this. I feel like I'm like this protector of history and defender of the lost, and neat. We should not forget where we've come from, friends. Really helps us figure out where we're going. But anyway, speaking of old, not quite as old, but music of old Mizzou. This is, I think, from the 80s, I want to say. Definitely not nearly as old. I think it's just a vinyl of like their old like band from whatever year this was. Let me see if I can't find the year real fast. Nope, sure can't. Next. So here's, I love cookbooks. This is the Bread Machine cookbook from the Nitty Gritty cookbooks. Can you guys see that? So I thought those were neat. I believe there's actually 5 in this set. I do not have the 5th, but somebody was happy to buy the 4, so thank you for that. Maybe they have the 5th. this is another old cookbook from the 1930s. This sold like almost immediately. I should have studied a little bit more about like what the Watkins cookbook is. And I probably still will, but this, again, real quick, like I listed it and it was sold within 10 minutes. So, you know, because people have like alerts and stuff. So I wonder what the significance of this is. So anyway, moving on, more old stuff. This is the Army Historical Series, Stalingrad to Berlin, the German defeat in the East. I'm a nerd. I don't know how often I say that on here, but I love nerds. History is awesome. I love the imagery. I love the photos. I obviously don't read every book that comes in. I would never get anything done. But I find these all the time, and they are great. They are always out the door within probably a week or two. So, Children's Bible. Just a really neat, I think it's the 1960s kind of copy. So what happens is usually somebody who buys these, they had it in their childhood and they're kind of wanting to recapture, or they want to give it to their grandkids or their, you know, something like that. It's always really, sometimes I get really sweet messages from the customers, and it's really endearing. Almost done here. We sold a lot, which is good. It's a good problem to have, friends. These are really neat. I'll show these to you one at a time. These are like from the 1920s, or these are called miniature libraries. They're like little literally pocket books that go in the pocket. I know that phrase has multiple meanings, but these are all just real classics. We got Barry, Yeats. This is kind of a different publisher, but kind of the same vibe. These are called the Little, what does that say? Little Heart Library? Is that what that says? No, Little Art Library or something like that. But yeah, they're kind of embossed. They're really neat. So, got about 15 of them here. Check that out. Cool. But that's what we've got. That's what's going out today. We always ship next day. We always pack everything super nice. And we're always looking for cool stuff to find a new home. People often ask me, like, why don't I just sell these things on my own? You should. You absolutely should. If you have the time to do it, absolutely get the value out of your own stuff. What I have found is that a lot of times, I say a couple of things sell really quick, but sometimes these things sit on the shelves for months and even years until that exact right person walks along. So if you find yourself with too much stuff, I can be your release valve, because I've got the space, the time, and the ADHD interest to do this. So help me not be bored. Help yourself get your space back, and we'll all win together. You know what I mean? So, cool. Peace.